All right. So if you have been following my natural dyeing rabbit hole, there was a few months there where I just didn't do any. I was busy with so many other things. So I decided November needs to be the month when, you know, I start dyeing again. So these two are from onion skins. I know, totally different, right? This is the yellow onion skin, and this is the red onion skin. So I will show you both of these packs. It was fun, fun, fun. Mucho fun. So what you're going to get in this particular one, if you're doing a little diary, then you can use that in there. It has the common name and then the Latin name for the onion. And then, I like to put in a couple of pictures that I think kind of represent the colors that we're working with. And I think that this went really well with the different yellows, hues of yellows that we got from the onions. And then I like to put a picture of whatever it is we're using in our dye. So that is what that is for. Okay. So I did some the neutral ones. I did some with alum. I did some with iron, so on and so forth. And so, as usual, I put a few samples of everything that I tried. So this is the natural color that I extracted from all of the what am I trying to say? The peel. Okay, I'm okay. From the peels from the onion. And I can't tell you how much, I mean, I've been saving it for quite a while. So I have one of those big pots. I just stuffed the whole thing in there and then filled it up with water, simmered it for about 45 minutes, and this is the dye that it produced for me. It was quite lovely. All right, where should we begin? I just love working with these little tags, so I put in some in there. I think this one was with I think this was the neutral one, but you can see the extreme difference because if you feel those tags, it has like that glossy kind of finish on them. So, of course, that hampers the absorption of the color, so that's why they're not as bright, but still just as cool, just as cute. I have here some seam binding. There is, how did I tie this up? Come on, Rosemary. You were supposed to keep it simple. Oh, here we go. So you're going to get, I'll just open this one for you. It's at least a yard of the seam binding. And this one was done in the alum. So it still has a little bit of the brightness to it, which I really love. So you'll get a yard of that. And I had mentioned that I was going to use some of that wallpaper because I like the way it goes into the embossing. So this one, it has, I forget now what this one is. I think this one was a little bit of the vinegar, and then this is with the iron. You can see the dramatic change there. This is some gauze, and this gauze was done with some of the iron also. You can't see it, it's so thin that way, but you can see it when it's folded up. That was done with the iron. Okay. And then, I throw in little goodies in there because, we're going to at least make a journal page or a whole journal cover. Or if you're doing your diary, I like dressing it up a little bit. And I love these colors with all this. All right. So this one also was done with the alum. And so again, because all of the fabrics absorb it differently, this is the neutral. This was a lot brighter, but of course it's the way that the difference between the paper and the fabric, how it absorbs the color. So you have that. This I did not dye, but I've been hoarding this forever. I use it every once in a while, but I thought this is the time to share because I just thought it went so well with the palette that we're working with. Now, this was done with the iron. Now, this is alpaca, and I think it really came out pretty. Now, yes, it does look, pretty much like a coffee color, but it looks like coffee with cream. That's what makes it so pretty. But I just love how this came out. Again, just to show the variety of colors that things turn and the absorption of it. I wanted to include this little bag, and so this one I think came out really, really cool. And this one, I think this is the one that I did with the vinegar. I have to double check. I think that's the one I did with, I'm getting so confused. I did so many different colors, but I love how this little bag came out. So that is also in there. And then some papers that I thought would be fun to work with in whatever it is you're going to do, a journal or whatever. This is the Japanese calligraphy paper, but I love stamping on it and then gluing it down, and because it becomes practically transparent, but it still has that little bit of a beige background, and it gives it a really pretty antique hue to whatever you stamp on this. This is fun to work with if you haven't done that before. Some tissue paper that just has a bunch of words that you can cut out and use in whatever project you choose to use with this. And then I like to also include some papers that I think go with the palette. And I thought this one really went really nice with it. And I liked this turquoisey teal kind of color that was in there. So I thought these went really well together with all these colors. I really like that. And then you're also going to get one of these ledger pages. They aren't all the same, obviously, so, depends what you get. And this has been done in coffee. This is one, I believe, one of Amy's dye works. So that's that. And then I just put a really thick piece of cardstock just to stabilize it, but obviously nice to use in whatever your project might be. So that is the onion, the yellow onion. Let me just pile this over here and get to the red onion one, which is just as cool. Let me tell you, just as cool. And I got a lot of variety of colors with this also. It was really nice. So you start off again with your little tag that you can use on your journal. And then I just love this. It has, whoops, there's two in there. That's mine now. Okay. All different kinds of red onions. Kind of cool to put in there. And also, again, some of these little tags. And they came out kind of a brownish color. Now, I had a very little bit of this lace, but, you can use it as little tabs or, on top of tags or something. This was a very, very pale, like a lavender. And when I stuck it in there, whoop, it kind of sucked that puppy up. Look how pretty. Look how pretty that is. So you get to play with a piece of that. This is the natural red onion. So I know you think you're going to get red, but you have to use your different kinds of modifiers to get to some of the reds. But if you just use the neutral, it looks kind of red, but then after it soaks it up and it dries, it comes out sort of like this sage green kind of sort of color. Now, I don't know exactly what happened here. It did get some of the red, but it also, it's kind of strange. When you see it live, you almost see some red, and you see greenish and reddish, and then it just kind of looks almost like I don't know, like a sandalwood color. So I don't know. It's different. It's different, but I like it. So get that. And then again, a piece of the wallpaper, and I like how that came out there. This is the alpaca, and look how pretty this came out. This I used a little bit of iron in this one also, and you can see what it did with the red onion. It darkened it, and like it muted down the yellow one, and it really made this one really cool. I think that's a cool color. I think it came out really nice that you're getting a nice variety of different colors from this red onion. All right, there is some seam binding also, and there's a yard of that, and I think that green really came out pretty. Did again some of this here. I'll keep it folded or else you won't see the color. And this came out sort of like a chartreusey color. Yeah, I like how that came out right there. And the exact same napkin that I used on the other one, of course, went with the same colors because of the greens and some of the nice, pretty, what would that be, maroonish colors? I'm not sure. And I thought this picture went with all of these colors. Yes, I did. You may or may not agree. And then here is some cotton that was done in the also in the red. That came out pretty cool. And then some of the papers that I thought went with this theme. We're including that in there. And then a piece of the ledger. And then another cardstock just to make this not so flimsy when it's in the mail. Anyway, so those are the three, excuse me. Oh, I am tired. It is late. These are the two, not three. No, 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 not three. The two different die batches that I did. And one is with the yellow, and one is with the red onion peel. Alrighty, so they'll be in the shop. If you're watching this video, please click on the link on the bottom of the video. It saves some of the costs in Etsy, and so I would appreciate that. And again, these will be in the shop, and I hope that you have fun playing with them, because I certainly am going to. Bye. Thank you.